Chia Creator here. Today we're going to be doing an introduction to plotting. So in tutorial 1, we went over how to install the Chia Blockchain Client program on your computer, and this essentially runs a full node. It gives us access to involving ourselves in the Chia network. Well, the first thing we have to do to actually become a Chia farmer, to mine or farm Chia, we have to create plots. So plots are these huge files. They're about 108 gigabytes when created, that represent how much space that you're allocating to the network. So these are the files you create through the Chia program, and then you just essentially let them sit on a hard disk, hard drive, and that essentially is what is being farmed. And so it's like a lottery ticket. You can kind of think it like a plot is a lottery ticket. So every time there's a Chia reward, which happens several times every 10 minutes, your basically plots are checked, and if you're closest to the number they picked, basically, then you win. Of course, that's all automated, and there's an algorithm behind how that works, but that's essentially what it is. Lottery system. So how many plots you have on the network is essentially your chance at winning on the network. So guys, plotting is the first step that we have to undertake to become a Chia farmer. So let's go ahead and get into how to create a plot. Well, the first thing we need to think about before we create a plot is what are the factors in plotting? So plotting is a very intensive operation, whereas farming, is very passive. And this is why Chia is so green, is because once you have the plots created and completed, it's a very green process. You can run this on a very cheap hardware, a laptop basically, and just hook up a bunch of hard drives too. But plotting is a very compute intensive operation. It requires a lot of input output, which means a very fast SSD, like an NVMe SSD, Gen 3, Gen 4 NVMe SSD. So guys, the plotting factors, the factors involved in plotting really are going to be your SSD speed, your SSD space, how many CPU threads you have available for each plot, and also RAM. So these are kind of the four main factors, guys. If you're just plotting on a laptop or kind of, a small desktop machine, make sure at least that you have an SSD in that machine. You can plot on the very drive that you're using your operating system on, that you have Windows on. That's fine. Just make sure that you're not trying to use that computer at the same time for doing another operation, because plotting is going to take a lot of CPU and RAM during the initial stages of plotting. And we'll get into that in a minute. So guys, for instance, I'm on this machine, I'm running a 980 Pro, Samsung 980 Pro NVMe SSD, top of the line SSD. So we're getting really fast read and write speeds. And that's something you probably do want to measure just to see, make sure that you're getting, the bang for your buck. You're getting the real amount of read and write out of your drive by using a program like Crystal Disk Mark or something. Guys, make sure you have a large hard disk, like a 4 terabyte hard disk hooked up to your machine as well. And this is where we're actually the plot will actually live once it's completed. So the first stage of plotting takes place on the SSD, right? And so once it's created, it's actually just copied over to our hard disk for farming. So the SSD, again, is only used for plotting. It's not used for farming, although you could, I guess, use it for farming if you wanted to. So guys, we'll go ahead and begin. So we're using the graphical program here that we installed in tutorial 1. And guys, first thing, it's going to ask you to choose a plot size. So there's a few different plot sizes. Really, you don't need to change this. So this is just, how large the plot is. You could make it larger, and then, it would be equivalent to, a smaller one. It would just have more space on it, of course. There's really no reason to do that unless you're trying to really optimize, the storage of plots on your hard disks. So guys, it's recommended even by Chia.net, and I'll have a link in the description kind of describing these details, that you just stick with the normal K32 plot. Guys, again, it's going to use GIB as a unit here. You need to understand that a Windows computer, for instance, will represent things as GB. And the difference there is that 101.4 GIB translates to roughly 108 gigabytes, and 239 GIB translates to roughly 256 gigabytes. What that means is that each plot, while it's being created, is going to take up 256 gigabytes on our temporary SSD space. So on the SSD, that's how much space it's going to take during plotting. And then once it's complete, 108 gigabytes, that's how much is going to be on our hard disk once it's complete. So guys, choose number of plots. So we can plot multiple plots at a time, and there's actually a lot of efficiency that can be gained by this plotting at the same time, or parallel plotting. I'm usually going to recommend people go for parallel plotting. Even if you don't have a very fast machine, just do 2 or 3 at a time. And of course, see what happens there and kind of grow it from there. Again, guys, the factors here: SSD speed, SSD space, CPU, and RAM. So let's go ahead and click the advanced options. So by default, they're going to be using 2 CPU threads per plot. So that's one thing to keep in mind, guys. If I go hit the Windows key and I type in Task Manager and I go over to Performance, one thing to keep in mind is the logical processors. That is listed right here. That's how many threads we have. I'm running a dual Xeon processor server, and so it has a lot of threads available. But typical consumer specs, for CPU, you're looking at maybe 4 to 8 threads. So that's really going to limit the amount of plots you can do at a time. One thing to keep in mind is you do want to stagger plots, so you don't want them all starting at the same time. It's recommended to do between 45 and 60-minute delays between them. So I'm going to do here about a 60-minute delay between my plots. RAM usage, so this is how much RAM is going to be used per plot. So that's another thing to consider. How much RAM do you have on your machine? Again, with a 64 gig machine like this, you're really not going to run out of, that's really not going to be the bottleneck. What probably is going to be the bottleneck, guys, is how much NVMe SSD or how much SSD space do you have available. So here I have a 2 terabyte SSD, which is realistically 1.81 terabytes. So max, I can, there's a maximum amount of plots I can run. And if we figure that each one is 256 gigabytes, so there's really a max of about 7 that I could have on this at the same time. So conservatively, I'm going to run 6 at a time, 6 plots at a time. So that's really going to be your bottleneck, is how large is my plotting SSD. That's really generally the bottleneck. You could change these around, if you are running into an issue there. You could reduce this down to about 2,000 megabytes or 2 gigabytes of RAM per plot, and you're not going to see that much performance drop. So that's one thing to consider, is it's using about 3.4 gigabytes of RAM per plot. So if I'm running 6 at a time, I'm looking at around 20 gigs. So you may want to drop this down, or you may want to run less plots at a time, less parallel plots. These other 2 options don't really have to mess with. Again, Bitfield, this is really only if you have a very slow processor. From pre-2010, you might want to enable that. But guys, this is the typical setup. So usually people plot in parallel. Usually they have a stagger about 45 to 60 minutes between. 2 threads per plot, and you can do some optimizations here, but that's generally what people keep it at. So really, how many plots you're going to run in parallel is really going to come down to, again, it's really going to come down to space on your SSD, and then if that's not the bottleneck, your bottleneck may be threads on your CPU, or it may be RAM. So guys, this is all stuff you need to calculate before running this. And then after that's done, guys, we need to select our temporary directory. So this is on the SSD. Fast SSD is what they recommend. We're basically selecting the SSD, essentially. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to select my SSD, and I'm just going to tell it to run the plotting operations on this SSD. That's the one I want. And then our hard disk, it's asking what's our final destination directory. And I want this, of course, to be on our hard disk. So my hard disk here is just my WD Elements hard disk 4 terabyte drive right here. So I'm just going to select that, and I just want it to live there. So essentially what this is you're selecting here your SSD, and here you're selecting your hard disk. And then I'm just going to go over and review and check over what we've selected. So K32, stick with the standard. I'm doing 6 plots at a time, because if I look at how many threads I have enough threads to support that operation. I have enough memory to support that. And also my bottleneck is really going to be how much space do I have on my hard drive. I could run about 7 at a time. I'm going to run 6 here just to stay under. Because if you ran more plots than you could fit on your SSD, you're going to run into a lot of bottlenecking in performance because it's going to have to wait for one to finish before it can do another. So these are going to take about 6 to 8 hours each to complete. That's kind of the standard time if you have a fast SSD. You could be looking at 8 to 10 if you're running a SATA SSD, and even slower if you're running a if your CPU is limiting or your RAM is limiting you. So this is going to be about 6 to 8 hours for each one. I'm running 6, with a 60-minute delay. So that's just kind of the timeline to keep in mind, guys. So once you're done, just hit create a plot. And then what you'll see here is that it's beginning to plot. So it's got all of these queued up. And so this one's starting first. Of course, remember we put a 60-minute delay between, so the next one won't start for 60 minutes. The reason people do that is so that you don't hinder your RAM, your resource consumption for everything else, and keep things spread apart so that the same operations are run at different times. So there's about 4 different phases to Chia plotting. So there's about 4 phases, and these need to happen at different times if you're doing a lot of them, so that they're not taking up the same resources at the same time. So guys, that was kind of an introduction to plotting. Plotting again on Windows with the GUI program here, the graphical program, the Chia Blockchain Client. And guys, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Again, this was an introduction. We're going to be going more in depth into plotting. We're going to be doing it from the command line, from PowerShell. We're going to be looking at how to run Chia. From there, we're going to be using a plotting manager on the command line, which is going to make things a lot simpler. And we're also going to be going into Linux and how to plot with Linux and how to farm on a larger machine. This is kind of just a get your feet wet and an introduction into plotting, the factors that you should be thinking about when you're plotting. And guys, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and guys, I hope you have a good one. Thanks. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. We know plotting can be complicated. If you'd like to skip the hassle of plotting, head on over to ChiaCreator.net. ChiaCreator.net is where we provide you with Chia Plots on demand. Simply place an order, and less than 72 hours later, we'll send you a download link where you can promptly and safely download your plots and start farming. We're doing some crazy deals right now. For the first 100 people that use discount code Chia Tutorial, we're offering 15% off. 15% off for the first 100 people that use promo code Chia Tutorial. So again, if you are looking to skip the hassle of plotting and you want to do something a little bit more economical than buying your own plotting hardware and dealing with SSDs wearing out over time, head on over to ChiaCreator.net. Use promo code Chia Tutorial. Thanks.